Welcome to English Cricket's 6 of the Best. In this programme we're going to look back at the 80s. We've got 6 test matches and a bonus one-day international for you to enjoy. We begin in the summer of 1981 when the Australians were here looking to regain the Ashes. Ian Botham began as England's captain, but defeat in the first test at the hands of Lillee and Alderman and a pair in the drawn second test at Lord's led to his sacking, and Mike Brearley was recalled from retirement for the third test at Headingley.
Returns to silence.
With England 7 wickets down in their second innings and still 92 runs in arrears, Brearley must have wondered why I'd bother coming back at all, as the Ashes already seem to be back on their way towards Australia in the most humiliating fashion. But as we know now, England were about to embark on the most remarkable comeback ever known in Test cricket.
Yeah, what a triumph for him it would be if he could still be batting at 6 o'clock this evening. Lovely shot. Alderman pitching up again, inviting him to drive, and Ian Botham needs no second invitation. And that's again beautifully timed. It was backward a square, but it's 4 runs nonetheless.
It's 4 runs. Good shot too. Smashed away to the left hand of cover. Oh, well stopped. Straight piece. Well, that's bad luck. Overthrows. Go for 4.
Yep, that's beaten him. 4 more. Oh, beautiful stroke. Beautiful stroke. And if the other one was unorthodox, that was a classic cut. And he brings up the 200 to a great cheer from this Yorkshire crowd, who are relieved to see the home team at least putting up a fight here. Not quite where he intended, but it brings him his 50 nonetheless. His second 50 of the match, and that broad smile conveying the old sense of enjoyment. Absolute thoroughbred stroke. And that'll be 4 more. And there is the 100 partnership between Ian Botham and Graham Dilley in just 70 minutes, which have if they haven't turned the match upside down, they've certainly turned the character of the match upside down. And a lovely way for Graham Dilley to get his maiden Test 50. It's really been a splendid innings.
Don't bother looking for that, let alone chasing it. Going straight into the confectionery stall and out again. A beautiful hit. It's a no ball and it's 4. 99 to Botham. Safely away for 4. That's a splendid 100. A great innings by Ian Botham. 50 in the first innings, a century in the second, and 6 wickets. A marvellous all-round performance to match some of the others he's produced for England, and a marvellous tribute as well from his teammates, all of whom have gathered. And Mike Brearley is just giving him the word to stick around. Well, if he sticks around for too much longer, we'll be starting to think in terms of what might England's bowlers do on this pitch. Safe and 4. Unorthodox but valuable.
Oh, magnificent stroke. 4 more runs. Lawson getting tired. Last ball of the day, the new ball will be due tomorrow. And he's got the single he wanted. So he'll have the strike in the morning. This man who has become, once again, a national hero.
Only Beefy could have done that, and although it was an amazing knock, he's 149 not out, still only left Australia 130 to win on the 5th day to go 2-0 up in the series.
It really was a difficult delivery. He's gone, and there's not much that could be done about that. Oh, what a good catch. Everything is running for both them. Runs, wickets and catches, and the Australian captain goes for naught. Oh, good catch. Super catch that. Marvellous reflex action there. Yallop has gone without scoring. 58 for 4 with Dyson 29 not out.
He's got a touch on it, he's gone. In the air, Dilly is underneath it. And he's got it! A very, very good catch indeed in the circumstances. He didn't have much room to play with. Another foot and he would have been over the boundary. Yes, he's got a touch and he's gone. Willis has taken his 6th wicket. And England on the brink of an absolutely sensational victory. A little before this time yesterday, English cricket was being buried.
What a good catch, and Lilly has miscued it to mid-on, and it needed a dive forward to take a great catch. It's just as well as not Keith Fletcher. Bowl him, it's all over, and it is one of the most fantastic victories ever known in Test cricket history. Bob Willis, 8 wickets, a fabulous performance.
An extraordinary fight back by England, and Bob Willis's figures of 8 for 43 are the best ever in a Test match at Headingley. So we moved on to Edgbaston for the 4th Test match with the series all square. Once again, for the first 3 days, we were very much second best, and when Wood and Dyson came out to bat on that 3rd evening, Australia only needed 151 to win.
It's Graham Wood is LBW to Chris Old, the first wicket down for England. Just 2 runs on the board and 151 in all needed. And Chris Old has achieved the breakthrough.
Australia 14 for 1. That's a good stroke. That's really racing away. Gowers after it. May just catch it, but concedes it. And the first 4. Oh, there's a big shot, and that's it. Bob Willis has done it. Dyson is out. LBW. It didn't get up very high. It came back a wee bit off the wicket. And Dyson is out for 13, and the 2nd Australian wicket goes down at 19. And every England player is around Big Bob Willis. It's a beautiful stroke, but straight down that man's throat. John Emery's done it, and Kim Hughes is gone.
Graham Yallop, the new batsman. Bob Willis, who gave him a very torrid time here in the first innings, coming steaming in now. 3 slips, 2 short legs, and very, very nearly bowled in first ball. And that's edged and it's dropped. Very low, difficult chance. And he's stroked it away over the top of slips. No joy at all, no justice really there for Bob Willis. Oh, that's a fine shot. Beautiful shot by Border, as good a shot as we've seen this morning. Just bringing the 2 runs. Chris Olds had a good morning spell in the field.
And that's beaten Gower. Willis is the man out in the boundary. He will cut it off. No, he won't. That's a fine stroke. 50 up. 52 for 3.
That's a beautiful shot. And a glorious shot there through the covers by Alan Border. Over pitch ball, a half volley from Chris Old. And that's going through, 4 runs. Another no ball put away down to long leg, giving Yallop a free hit there. And that's going away again, and it's 4 more, and this is Graham Yallop's answer this time. And he's gone. Tremendous shout going up there, and Yallop goes. Embry has made the breakthrough. Is it too late? That's the question to be asked. So Yallop goes for 30, 4 men out now for 87.
Martin Kent's off the mark. Yes, it's almost ridiculous to contemplate 6 wickets falling for 60 on a track where the ball isn't doing very much, but contemplate it we must because of the stirring events of Headingley. Little edgy, but very valuable. Didn't quite time that, but the outfield is very quick. They'll be able to cut it off. And 3 more to Border, and the 100 comes up for Australia. And that's well bowled. Out of a bit of rough stuff there. Border has gone for 40. It's 105 for 5, and no one in this match now will make a half century. Quite astonishing. There's a start for Rodney Marsh. Chris Old won't catch that. The outfield very quick. And a little touch of sensible aggression there. Shot for 4. Too short twice in the last 4 deliveries, John Embry. Once Rodney Marsh cracked away past point, and that one was a very good stroke from Kent. Bowled him. 114 for 6. Rodney Marsh goes, trying to hit it away through mid-on, across the line, and the crowd has gone noisily berserk. He's out. LBW. First ball, and Botham's on a hat-trick. First ball, Ray Bright. It looked to me as though it kept a bit low. It also looked to me as though it was absolutely plumb. And he wasn't far away from it either. Second attempt, and Bob Taylor grabbed it. Lilly is gone. It's 120 for 8.
And you can see how wide that delivery was. And up she goes, out she goes, and thank goodness for that, says Bob Taylor.
Still 30 wanted, 2 wickets to go. And another shout, this time no response from umpire Don Osler. Right, firm but polite shake of the head there. Both again to Kent. And he's bowled him, and that surely is going to be it. A joyous, triumphant Botham there. Harms aloft again, 121 for 9, and the man that they so much needed to see the back of, Martin Kent. Bowled by Botham in an inspired spell here. He goes for 10, 121 for 9, with only Terry Alderman to come. And who would believe it? Alderman facing. That's it this time. He's made sure he's taken 5 wickets. He grabs the stump, and another memorable victory for England. Tremendous performance this. Australia finally dismissed on this 4th day of this 4th Cornhill Test for 121. And tremendous scenes here at Edgbaston. This crowd who really never thought it was possible, but they came in their thousands hoping for such a result. And this is entirely what they've got.
Well, it was certainly Ian Botham's summer, but the following winter we were back in Australia, and come the Boxing Day Test match at Melbourne, we were 2-0 down in the series. It was a closely fought contest, but Australia needed 292 to win the match and take the Ashes. We were in for a nail-biter.
Waiting for the inside edge, and there was one, and there's a mix-up. Willis, no it's not, it's Pringle in his own. That one going way down towards deep extra cover, Gould's after it, and it will go into the fence. So 4 overthrows there. Oh, it's a beautiful shot. Lovely timing there by John Dyson. That one slightly overcooked.
Cowans comes in now to Kepler Wessels.
Oh, Wessels drives beautifully. Lamb flung himself out of that one to try and cut it off, but Wessels hit that like a tracer bullet.
That's the sort of catch that has to be taken there to win this match. He's done him again in the same spot. That was well planned. It's that little shuffle round about leg stump. And he's gone. Brilliantly caught. Ian Gould, the 4th man, has picked up Greg Chappell. Cowans has got him again, and now Australia in real trouble.
He's gone, just as he gave him a bit of a rap. Pringle takes a fine catch at second slip. And Botham strikes again for England. 99 wickets against Australian Test cricket. Ian Botham.
And Botham points to the screen, indicating to the crowd, well, look, there it is. That's how it happened. That was a leg cutter that found the edge of John Dyson's bat.
That's the answer from David Hooks. That's well played. Runs are so variable today that Hooks picked it up, crunched it forward, a point for 4 runs.
Here's Jeff Miller, and he's bowling to David Hooks.
Hooks again giving himself room, and marvellous placement there. And once again, his timing coming into play. This is a dangerous time for England. David Hooks is starting to look good as he brings up his 50.
There's a chance. They're going for the catch off the back of the bat. He's out. Yes, what a great piece of work by Bobby Taylor. The attempted sweep, a classic catch, and that's what sort of swings Test matches. They put on 100. He went for the sweep, and Bobby Taylor's reflexes were like lightning. It's in the air. Bob Willis is going for it. He's caught it. What a super catch by Bob Willis. 33 years of age, the captain of the English side. And did they need Bob Willis? And he didn't let Norman Cowans down. That was a beautifully judged catch under tremendous pressure. His face says it all.
What a drive straight down the ground. He's off the mark. That'll make him happy. That was a beautiful shot. Oh, it's a big appeal, and this must be close. He's out. LBW ball Cowans. That's a big breakthrough. And have a look at the English players. They know exactly how important that wicket was. Oh, he's bowled him. That one didn't bounce either. Well, well, well. A very quick ball pitched halfway down the pitch. Yardley moving back a little bit because he thought it was going to bounce, and it shot straight along the ground, and I think probably hit the base of middle stump.
And that's up in the air, and it's Cowans underneath it, and it's out. He's gone with a hook shot again as Lawson, and Cowans has taken the catch, and that's Australia's 8th wicket gone down. And what a day Norman Cowans is having. 5 wickets, and now he's got a catch, and that's Australia's 8th wicket gone.
And very straight bowling there, and Rodney Hogg is on his way, LBW, and that is really good bowling from Norman Cowans. Keep it straight at the stumps and let the wicket do the work for you.
The equation now, Australia needs 74 runs to win, England just 1 Australian wicket for victory.
Border gets that one away, past David Gower. And David Gower letting it go into the boundary for 4.
Thompson hits it in the air, and that's 4. That's what the doctor ordered. That's the way to play, Jeff Thompson. He looks for 1. He gets there. Taylor was right at the stumps. The throw was just wide, and Thompson makes his ground. He slashes that back with a point. It could be 4. He missed that, and it's 4 more. 42 runs for victory. Gordon drives. He looks for 2. It's wide. Lamb coming across. They're going for the second. Got him. No, he's home. Whoa! A photo finish. Throw was good. Open was desperate. Thompson, a fine athlete, made his ground.
So Australia were 255 for 9 at the close of day 4, with Border and Thompson still needing 37 precious more runs to win the match. The following day at the MCG, admission was free, and an incredible 18,000 people turned up to try and cheer Australia home to victory.
Takes the 1, looking for 2. Cabaret the fieldsman, but they're happy with 1.
He's got that one away for a single. Oh, and that's just landed short of Bob Willis. Border decides to take the single. Thinking about 2. There's no one at the stumps, and that is particularly well run.
Bob Willis to Thompson.
Once again, Thompson giving himself room, and there's a chance for 3 here, I would say. Alan Border will probably take it. Yes, coming back with the 3rd. So 23 is now the target, and that brings a smile to the Australian captain's face. Last ball of the over. Border will be looking for the single. And Border is gone, and in their rush to get it at Jeff Thompson, who was not backing up, the 2 Englishmen have collided. That's Alan Lamb and Ian Gould.
Norman Cowan is bowling to Alan Border.
Alan Border is 50, and they'll be looking for 2 here. And very well run, Jeff Thompson. Alan Border moves along to 51, and he won't make many more valuable 50s than that. Border's got it away for a single. That brings the target down to 18.
Bob Willis to Alan Border. And the wild throw again. Might have to go down as a chance. Did it carry or did it not?
I have the impression it probably bounced almost level with the fieldsman himself.
Gone through. That's speeding across the outfield, but it won't quite go. They're going to be happy enough with 3. Bob Willis to Alan Border. Slow ball, he's going to look for 2 here, and should get it satisfactorily. Ian Lamb is the fielder. And now it's 4 to win for Australia. Now in come the fielders. Now how many can come in? That'll be exercising Bob Willis's mind, because there's only 4 runs to go to win. Good Yorker.
One ball could decide this match now. The crowd know it. Bob Willis knows it. He can't afford to stray in line or length. No one can sit down in the dressing room. It's a question of holding one's heads.
Bob Willis, last ball of the over. Can't get it away, Alan Border. Ian Botham bowls now to Jeff Thompson. He's got in! Second time, Tabarane knocked it up, and it was taken by Miller. Thompson has gone so close. England win by 3 runs.
Trust me, it was hearts in mouths all round as that final catch was taken. Phew. Anyway, let's go back to England again. 1985, Edgbaston. It was a 6-test match series for the Ashes. It was 1-1 with 2 to play. I won the toss, put Australia into bat, and was disappointed to see them get to 335, especially as rain delays meant that we didn't bat until the 3rd morning. Fortunately, we took our chance when it came.
No doubt where that's gone. Rattled away to the boundary. 100 to Tim Robinson, and a very, very good one as well. Beautiful stroke. That's one for the memory. And even the bowler is clapping the stroke and the century, as Gar has gone on now to 101. Smashed that away past Vessel. It's a short leg. Thompson to Gow. Pretty to watch.
And that's through mid-off for 4 runs. And even without a slip, he can't block all the gaps. Still to be Holland. He's picked that one up with the swing out towards long on. Is it cleared? Yes, Sapnell, the 2 arms aloft. It's 6 runs to David Gar. There's some quite incredible shots in the last 20 minutes. That takes him to 150. I don't know whether you call it a cut or a drive. Somewhere between the 2. Remarkably good innings, this. He's rounded off the day with an absolutely glorious extra cover drive. No doubt about that. Glorious extra cover drive from David Gar brings him past the 200 mark. A magnificent innings, his best in Test match cricket, just nipping past his previous 200 here, which he made against India in 1979. What about that? That is quite incredible. First ball, bonk for 6. And there's another one. 6 more to follow.
Well, he obviously got his eye in with that first 6, because that went about another 10 or 15 yards farther than the first one.
And that's another great hoik out to deep square. And he's been beautifully taken. What a good catch that was. And it's through. And there's the single that he wanted. He's got 100, he's kept running because that is the declaration.
The good news was that the speed with which we'd scored our runs meant we could have a crack at Australia on that 4th evening. A few wickets then would make all the difference.
Dear me, you wouldn't believe it. Simply wouldn't believe it. 2 men out there waiting for the hook shot, bowl the bouncer and hit it straight down his throat.
Ellison to Vessels. That's out. No need for the batsman to wait for the umpire. Flash outside the off stump. And Ellison strikes. And his LBW first ball. So Ellison's on a hat-trick, and the ploy of sending in the night watchman once again hasn't worked. 32 for 3 Australia. And another very good hat-trick ball with a little bit of width. Ellison again to Wood. I slobbed in the air, gentle. Anybody going for it? Oh, a word, yes. A long delay there. So Robinson finally moving in, taking the catch, and Ellison now is taking the 3 wickets out of the 4 that are down. Ellison under Border. Well, what about that? Border goes clean bowl by Ellison, 36 for 5. Real drama.
With Australia 5 wickets down and just the 1 day to go, we looked home and hosed. But when the rain intervened again, it became a race against time.
That's another fine shot for 4 more.
Well, that's 4, but it will fit in with Ian Botham's planning. Didn't want to get out of the rate of that. Well, he's done him. But will it be given out? It'll need some consultation. Umpires would need to have been eagle-eyed. I couldn't see what happened. It'll need to be something on the replay. Umpire Shepherd has given it out. And Phillips is distraught, and Ritchie at the other end is equally distraught.
But here's the shot. He crashes it down into a boot, and David Gower turns round and picks it up. Ian Botham had his hands on his knees again.
And he's gone this time. Well, he played pretty well, so Greg Ritchie goes for 20. And he's gone. David Gower's having a ball out there. Edmonds take the wicket. Lawson goes. It's 120 for 8. And England nearly home. And he bowled him. So Botham's done it again. Ball of full length, and O'Donnell hitting all round it. He goes for 11. 137 for 9. Botham in. And he's got caught at short leg by Edmonds. Botham's done it again. 142 all out. And England winning a test match, a thoroughly deserved victory.
Well, that was good enough, and we followed it up with a convincing win at the Oval to take the Ashes at the end of the series. Without a doubt, the proudest moment of my career. Let's go now to the Gabba, the first test of the 1986-87 series in Australia. Mike Gatting was now England captain. He lost the toss. We were asked to bat first. Now, before this test match, one of our correspondents had written there are only 3 things this England side cannot do. They cannot bat, they cannot bowl, they cannot field. Really?
That's what we were talking about a little earlier, that if he really decides to go at it, that field that's set out there is not going to contain him. He's such a powerful hitter.
He really is an exciting cricketer, Botham. From the moment he strode to the crease, the crowd got forward on their seats.
New ball is going to be taken. All good shot, straight down the ground. Botham doesn't bother running. When he hits them, they stay hit. He's hit that in the air, and that's going down towards the mid-wicket boundary. Slightly over-pitching again and slightly off-line. Botham hitting straight through that one. Another really good positive shot. He's gone for it again. There's a man down there, but that one's wide of the man. So Bruce Reid coming in for a bit of punishment here at the hands of Ian Botham. He's looking very dangerous.
Really reaches for that one, gets a thick edge on it, and it's well and truly over the third man boundary. Obviously a very thick edge.
Only a man of Botham's power and ability can play a shot like that.
Just a well-hit foul in baseball, but that is probably a home run. Right down the ground.
And Reid again. It's a short ball, and Botham this time smashing it away high and square. 1 bounce, 2 bounces into the fence.
He had a tremendous belt away on the offside.
Hughes is on his way. He's hit that one square of the wicket. Will it get to the boundary? Matthews is flying around. He saves it. Botham comes back for the second, and that takes him on to 99. A lovely bit of fielding by Matthews down at third man. He raced around the boundary, picked it up and whipped it over the top of the stumps. Botham on 99. Hughes the bowler. Straight down the ground, beautifully played, and that brings up Ian Botham's century. This really has been a magnificent batting performance by one of the greatest all-rounders of all time. The crowd rising and applauding what really has been a magnificent innings. And now he really is going to go. He smashed that Miles. It's gone way over the top of deep square leg. Well, he's going to cut loose now, that's for sure. What a magnificent shot. A short ball there from Hughes, and Botham smashed it over the top of square leg for 6. Hughes again to Botham. Another short ball. He smashed that one to mid-wicket. This will bounce once or twice and into the boundary down in that area. That's not sensible bowling by Hughes.
Botham climbing into anything short.
That one's well pitched up, and this one smashed straight down the ground. He really is cutting loose. He's murdering Hughes. 18 off the over, and he's hit that one straight down the ground too. Will the fieldsman cut it off? I doubt it. Straight into the boundary it goes. 22 runs off the over, and what a player he is.
And that's gone well back up into the Clem Jones stand. That one has gone way back. That's heading towards the Sir Gordon Chalk stand. So that's his 4th 6. Shouts of catch it. Merv Hughes is coming in, and he takes it. A very good catch. Excellent catch by Merv Hughes. The man has bowled 36 overs, and he made a lot of ground to take that catch.
The Australian crowd are very happy to see the back of him, but I tell you what, everyone in this ground will remember this innings. It has been a tremendous example of powerhouse batting. Both of them getting a standing ovation from the crowd here at the Gabba for a magnificent contribution.
Graham Dilley then did the damage with 5 for 68. The Aussies were skittled for 248, and so had to follow on.
And he's got him. An inside edge onto the stumps. Really the first lapse in concentration from Geoff Marsh, and it's cost him dearly.
And the dream debut continues for Phil de Freitas.
And that's beautifully bowled. The ball getting under the bat. That is a lovely piece of slow bowling.
Yes, it certainly was, and that little bit of pressure caused by the man at Silly Point.
And he's given it. Embury has struck again, and joy from the English players. Well-deserved success for John Embury. And that's the only ball he'll be bowling to Hughes. Hughes just lasted just about the same length of time we thought he might. This is Embury now. Chris Broad got it, and Australia all out. A good catch, good running catch down by the sight screen.
We bowled Australia out for 282, with John Embury picking up 5 wickets. With only 75 runs required for victory, a win was all but in the bag.
Hughes to Broad. No ball called there by umpire Crafter. That beautifully timed by Chris Broad.
That one smashed away square, and what a lovely shot that is. Once Gower cuts loose, he's magnificent to watch. Almost as good as travelling up front in that Ansett flight. That one steered away, and the winning run will come as the second is taken by Broad. England have won the Test match. They've won it by 7 wickets, and in great style too. They have had a few breaks, things have gone for them a bit, but the truth of the matter is they've totally outplayed Australia in this Test match in every department of the game.
We go now to the 4th Test at Melbourne, where we still enjoyed a 1-0 lead in the series. This time Mike Gatting won the toss and inserted the Australians on a lively looking pitch.
Edged and taken by Ian Botham at second slip. A comfortable catch there for Botham, and the outswinger bringing about David Boone's downfall.
Gladstone Small getting his first wicket against Australia in Test matches. Botham the catcher.
Oh, he's got him. He's nicked that. He's caught behind. Botham has struck straight away. Well, isn't he incredible? Off his 5th ball, he got Marsh trying to play the pull shot. It was definitely a quicker ball.
And taken by Jack Richards. And that is a great blow for England. Mike Gatting undoubtedly will be delighted with that breakthrough.
That's the wicket the Englishmen are after. Border can't believe he's played that stroke.
Well caught. There's a good catch. Not a particularly good shot from Stephen Waugh, but an excellent catch from Ian Botham. Not troubled by his muscle soreness there, and got down to it two hands, having started off with hands on knees. And off the outside edge, Jones trying to play away on the onside, gets a leading edge. Gower comes around, takes the catch, and Australia now 5 down.
And he's been given out. There wasn't an appeal there from the bowler. That's a strange one, and I think Gladstone Small has got an awful big shock there. The appeal came from behind the wicket, and Peter Sleep has been given out, caught behind. Oh, and he's got him. Zura, in attempting to pull his bat out of the way, has only succeeded in knocking the ball back onto his stumps. Keeper going after it, Jack Richards, Small coming in, and Richards is the one who gets it. Marvellous catch there by the keeper, Richards.
Jack Richards, what a superb tour he's having. Century at Perth. And once again, Botham can knock over the tail enders.
Merv Hughes with naught against his name. He's used to that. He's had 3 innings in Test cricket. Hasn't made a run yet. Maybe he can do it in front of his home crowd here at the MCG.
Oh, he's got it! And listen to the cheer! He's off the mark, and what's more, he's going to get 2. Well, they're out of their seats here at the MCG. Big appeal there for caught behind. He's gone. That's Botham's 5th wicket. He's equalled the world record for 5 wickets in an innings. Oh, and he's got him out caught. There it is again. Botham, that man, had second slip. Takes the catch, and that brings up 5 wickets, 2 for Gladstone Small. So what a performance by Small and Botham. Between the two of them, they really have seen to it that Australia are now in real trouble.
Those 5 wickets apiece for Botham and Small meant that Australia could muster only 141 in their first innings. Now he needed a solid start, and Chris Broad was the man for this occasion.
Just as Bill Laurie says, he's very strong around leg stump, and he starts off with a boundary.
Nice deflection. Reid won't get that. And my word, this young man, Broad, who moves on to 50, has had a wonderful series. He's been composed and stylish. No ball. He lost his run up there. We saw the stutter. Didn't pull out. Got an outside edge and it raced away for 4. McDermott just losing his rhythm getting to the bowling crease. 4 runs, and that brings up 3,000 runs for Mike Gatting in Test cricket.
Beautifully timed, and on that occasion Broad gets the placement. Matthews won't cut that one off. Great shot.
For Chris Broad, his 3rd in the series. Great effort. 162 in Perth and 116 in Adelaide. He's a very fine young player. Thoroughly deserves his success. He now joins Jack Hobbs, as he was then, later to become Sir Jack, on 3 Test match centuries in a Test series for England in Australia.
And a shout from Merv Hughes. He's got a breakthrough. Finding the edge of Broad's bat, and Tim Zura hangs on to that one. The 3rd England wicket is down.
Good piece of bowling. It's tacked around about off stump. Chris Broad caught behind for 112.
He's cut that one away, and it's gone flying down towards the boundary at point, and no one need to move.
Fine shot, beautifully played. One of the shots of the afternoon from Gladstone Small. Close.
Oh, that should be out. Yes.
Yes, they wrap it up. A good performance by McDermott.
Broad's fine innings, as well as useful contributions from Embury, Edmonds and Small, meant we had a more than handy first innings lead of over 200. We had them on the rack. If we could finish them off now, it meant we'd retained the Ashes and would have done so on their home soil.
And edged straight to first slip. David Boone on that occasion was trying to draw his bat out of the way.
He's out, he's got him. Once again, Gadding's caught him, no trouble at all. Well, that's another big wicket to England. That one went very sharply to Gadding.
He's out. What a great catch. Just as we said, what a great line and what a catch. The Australian captain hitting out, outside the off stump, gets a thickish edge. He's caught at third slip.
Oh, there's a mix-up. He's going to have him. He's gone. Run out 5 miles. Justice, says the Englishman. Well, that was a dreadful mix-up. He called for a single. There was no way in the world there was a run there. Stephen Waugh was quite correct to send him back.
And a very sorry sight for the Australians.
So he gave the batsman the benefit of the doubt, and it's hit the stumps. He's got him. Matthews has padded up. The ball's flicked the pad, and it's rolled over the top of his pad down onto off stump. Well, that was tragic for Australia. He really shouldn't have been leaving that one. It came on with the arm a little bit, I think.
Run out. Out. What a good piece of fielding by Edmonds. The throw was bad from Gower, and Philip Edmonds, a big man, took the mark and threw it back. There goes Waugh. No, he says no. Gower does the fielding. The throw's wide, and Edmonds, a magnificent take and backhanded throw, runs out Peter Sweep. Phil Edmonds. Close this time. Yes, he's gone. He walks. Tim Zura walks. A brilliant catch at short leg. England doing everything right. Australia stumbling to defeat here at the Melbourne Cricket Ground, but take nothing away from the England spin twins. They've been very accurate. Nice fight and a delightful catch diving forward. Bowled him, 49, beaten in flight. A superb piece of bowling. Stephen Waugh going through his third 50 in the series, was outthought by the Wildie spinner. A magnificent piece of bowling. There was a gap at mid-on and mid-off. He danced down the wicket, deceived by a superb flight. John Embry, the bowler.
Oh, and he's bowled him with the arm ball. A good delivery there from John Embry. And England now just 1 wicket away from wrapping up the Ashes. That's the direction he's hit it. Straight to Gladstone Small, who takes a very comfortable catch. So the Ashes are retained by England. Bill Edmonds picks up 3 wickets, and the victory was by an innings and 14 runs.
Not bad for a team that can't bat, bowl or field, eh? Now let's finish off with our bonus one-day international. And once again, I'm happy to report it's all about a bad day at the office for the Aussies. It was 1987. We were playing in the Triangular World Series with Australia and the West Indies. And having already lost to Australia in the tournament once, we badly needed a win at the SCG. But Australia got off to a good start through a solid innings of 97 from Wellham and a quick-fire 34 from Dean Jones.
That's nicely picked up by Wellham. 1 bounce into the backward square leg boundary.
Well, he could have cut it through the offside, but he decides to pull it, and the effect is just the same as he intended.
There it is, nicely played. The late cut down to Dilly. Coming back for the second, this will be close. The throw's wide, safely home. Well played, Dirk Wellham. His first 50 one-day internationals.
Well, that's a good shot. Beautifully played. And that brings up the 100 for Australia. A 100 partnership between Marsh and Wellham. And that was a classical straight drive. That's well played. Into the gap, and it's down to the boundary. Oh, he's hit that. That's gone miles. It's going way over the boundary down at mid-wicket. Well, it's cleared the boundary. And I should think Dean Jones will be trying to do that again too. It's the shorter of the 2 boundaries, but didn't they enjoy that one? It's in the air, and he's got him. Brilliantly caught.
Athy diving away to his left there makes a magnificent catch. And I tell you what, England needed that wicket. Dean Jones was beginning to look deadly dangerous.
Dilly, and it's straight through his hands. Dilly again. Can he hang on to this one? I'll tell you what, he nearly made a mess of it. He nearly ran underneath it. But finally, he clings onto the catch, and Border is gone.
Superb catch, claimed, and he's gone. Well, that's the second one we've seen from Bill Athy this afternoon. Sprawling himself on the turf and coming up with it low down so that Australia lose their 4th wicket. War out for 10. And he's gone for 97. Low full toss. And once again, a catch in the mid-wicket area, snaffled up by Bill Athy.
Bowls in, the last ball of Dilly's over. Macrae clean bowled by a full pitch delivery, final delivery. Stumped, yes, tail out, stumped down the leg side. So a disappointing end to the Australian innings. After 50 overs, Australia 8 for 233.
After that bright start, we were happy enough to restrict them to 233. But when it came to our turn to bat, we did our best to make a hash of it.
Beautifully placed by Broad. To the short side of the ground, an easy 4, his 3rd one so far in the innings.
It's got him, he's out, caught behind. Well bowled, Bruce Reid. That one angled across the right-hander. It was a huge nick, and there was no way in the world that Tim Zura was going to drop that one. Well, that's in the air, that's got to be out. Matthews doesn't want it, now he does. Is he going to make it? He's there, he's got him. Well caught, Greg Matthews. Just for a second, he didn't look as if he wanted that one. Got him, caught an extra cover. Gower really is upset with himself. That one just pitched outside off stump. Gower went to blaze it through the offside. He slightly mishit the ball, and he was out caught at extra cover. Simon O'Donnell, the bowler. He's bowled him. Out the ground, goes the stump. And really, Mike Gatting obviously deciding to try and push on the scoring rate. Played a pretty ordinary shot there. Oh, there's a big mix-up here. Lamb is just wandering down there as if nothing had happened, and they're now having a huge argument. Are you going mad, says Lamb. Well, this really was unreal. He was running down the pitch there as if nothing had happened. Have a look at this.
Alan Lamb getting it off the pad and not realising that Ian Botham wasn't coming. Very near thing.
One bounce to the boundary. That's his first 4. It's a mighty hit by Botham. Found the gap on the offside, and there wasn't much of a gap. 4 runs. So Botham now beginning to look very dangerous.
And that is a better one. Very nice to see a young cricketer want to get on and bowl at the most damaging batsman in the world today. Actually wants to grab the ball and have a go at him. Both them out, and Australia's chance immeasurably improved. Oh, well done. Beautifully fielded. It's a good match for Stephen Waugh with the ball and in the field.
Richards on strike. He gets an edge. It's out, caught! Well caught by Stephen Waugh, trying to force it away, got a leading edge. And Stephen Waugh took the mark at cover. Simon O'Donnell strikes again. And the crowd's going wild at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Dropped him. Wow, how was that? Straight to square leg. Stephen Waugh, the man of the moment, put it down. So the odds favour Australia. Alan Lamb on strike to Bruce Reid. Smash that. Coming back for the second. The throw's wide of Bruce Reid. 2 runs. Hesitation by the batsman. Wild throw by the fieldsman, Wellham.
This Wellham had De Freitas with a good throw. De Freitas hesitated, and a good throw was going to have him in big trouble.
That's 4. That makes it interesting. Lamb's first boundary of 99 deliveries faced, and what a time to hit a 4.
12 runs off 4 balls.
Bruce Reid. Swung that at 6. Is it? That's a big hit. It's somewhere over there. I can't see it. It's gone. It's gone for 6. A magnificent hit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What a hit of Bruce Reid over long on. Lamb gave himself some room. He smashed it. The ball went high into the sky, and away it went. 2 boundaries for Lamb, a 4 and 6 just at the right time.
Well, his timing has been astray, but he's found it just at the right moment. That's really about the first ball that Lamb has hit in the middle.
Australia need a wicket. Smash. Wellham fields. Just the single. There's the throw. They're going through. It's an overthrow. What a time for an overthrow. There's another one. Oh dear, just at the wrong time. The wheels falling off. A little bit of panic. This game's far from over, but Lamb, the man in a crisis.
Well, the worst thing it's done for Australia is it's got Alan Lamb back on strike. Bad throw from Dirk Wellham. And it got away from Bruce Reid. It skidded off. Reid really should have saved that. He should have had everything behind it.
There's nobody down fine leg. A nick over the top of the keeper. In comes Bruce Reid. There it goes. It's in the gap. It's going over towards the boundary. It's 4 runs, and Lamb pulls off a miraculous victory. What a performance by Alan Lamb. He struggled for 99 deliveries. He hit a 4, a 6, a 2 and a 4, and the crowd has gone wild, and all of a sudden, out of the blue comes Alan Lamb, and away goes 2 points for Australia. A victory that was never on with 2 overs to be bowled.
Certainly right there. It was never on. It really didn't look on at all in the last over, but Alan Lamb suddenly found the middle of his bat. Alan Border will be having nightmares.
Wow, but if there's one man I'd have backed to do that, it was Lammy, even after the night before.